KMBC 9 First News on KCWE starts now.
An icy mist creating black ice is creating very slippery roads in Kansas City. I'm also tracking weather that will be the coldest for a Chiefs home game. I'll show you that coming up.
Yeah, we've been watching the roads this morning. This is very bad. A backup here at I-70 in Troost. We're going to check in with our teams in just a moment to get a look at the situation.
And we're not the only ones feeling the freeze. We'll tell you how this recent weather could complicate the start of the presidential race.
All right, good morning. Thanks for joining us on a very busy Friday morning. I'm Cody Holmgren.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Donna Pittman. Already busy, Katie, in your department, but we're seeing an uptick in school closings, cancellations, online learning shifts. So, yeah.
Yeah, when you see the accidents that Jamie is seeing, you'll see why they needed to close those schools. Right now, we have a winter storm warning still in northern Missouri, and we have a winter weather advisory for the rest of us pretty much. And this is for that glaze of ice that is formed on numerous surfaces, creating very slippery conditions this morning. The winds are very strong, wind chills are dropping and will continue to drop throughout the day. But I would remiss if I don't pull this map out, because if you have any travel plans, you need to know right at the Iowa border, it turns into a blizzard warning. If you're traveling to the south, there are tornadoes right now coming out of parts of Arkansas and Louisiana into Mississippi. So a really big, dangerous storm system. We're here in the middle. It doesn't look like much on radar, but there is a fine mist. You can see a layer of that right there. That's come through, depositing what is a glaze and creating a glaze of ice on the roads. The pavement temperature in Kansas City is only 26. It's only 14 in Atchison and Maryville, and it's dropping in parts of Johnson County. On the Missouri side, we do have reports of some slippery conditions out at Whiteman Air Force Base. The air temperature is 15 degrees right now, but look at our wind speeds right now, gusting close to 30 miles an hour. That means our wind chill right now is 3 below. We have weather impacts throughout the day because of the glaze of ice this morning and the wind chills that will be below zero through the afternoon.
And Katie, we do want to take a moment just to talk about some problems we're seeing on the roadways, specifically along I-70 Missouri side of the metro. This is a live look, I-70 at Troost, our camera here. We have been informed that I-70 at the Paseo westbound completely shut down because of this mess. And I want to actually pull out and flip to a different camera, I-70 at Woodland, just so you can start to see the backup here. And drivers are going to be forced off, I think, well before Woodland. We had problems, I-70 at 23rd, both sides of the interstate there. I saw a couple minutes ago, and I posted this on Twitter, on X, that MoDOT crews are out trying to treat the roads, but this is going to be an ongoing issue all morning long. Want to bring in our News Chopper 9's Johnny Rollins, monitoring roads elsewhere in the metro. Johnny?
And thanks so much, Jamie. At 7:02, taking a look at your first alert traffic. Yeah, the MoDOT out treating the roads, so too on the Kansas side. But unfortunately, with the temperature right around 15 or hovering around that, the salt just not that effective. At 10, regular rock salt just about doesn't work, and that may be the reason. Of course, we have this flurry of accidents so far this morning. Westbound I-435, here's one at State Line looking from Warnell Road. You can see most of the activity is going to be on the shoulder, and it does look like we have several lanes getting through. It is backed up to Holmes nonetheless, and that is where you're going to see the delay begin. So earlier this week, we were at or above freezing for the snow events. Today, a completely different story with the ice that is going to be very stubborn to melt today. Overland Park, by the way, with that new salt that actually works to 5 below zero, may be looking pretty good. In fact, I don't think we have any accidents reported over there so far. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Yeah, and Chad Crilly's watching that. We'll check in with him in just a bit. Johnny, thank you. We are watching school closures this morning. Already have many schools canceling classes. In just the last hour and a half, it has picked up in a huge way. A lot of big districts: Olathe, Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools, Shawnee Mission, Blue Valley, Oak Grove, Odessa, Kearney, Park Hill, Liberty, Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Leeton, and Warrensburg districts are going virtual. They say they're having an AMI day, as are Kansas City, Missouri public schools. List of closures, delays, and learning changes may grow throughout the morning, so stay with us. Look for updates along the bottom of your screen or by going to KMBC.com. And this morning, we do have crews out in Kansas and Missouri tracking the conditions as you head out.
All right, let's check back with KMBC 9's Morgan Mobley. Morgan, where are you and how are the roads looking?
Hey there, good morning. We're on I-29 East heading toward downtown. Let's take a look together at what we're seeing. Definitely less traffic right now where we're at, which is a good thing. Hopefully folks are heeding our warnings. I will say it's a lot better here. It's so dicey on different patches, and then others seem to be okay. It's very hit and miss. And so I'd say with that, don't get too comfortable just because one stretch seems good. It can certainly change over quickly. I talked about before, we have glazed over headlights right now. Thankfully, we have not seen any more precipitation really since about 5 o'clock this morning. There is certainly a glaze all over these highways and interstates, but again, less folks on the interstate right now, which is good. If you don't have to head out this morning, I would not recommend it. We'll send it back to you guys.
Morgan, thank you. Well, KDOT crews, they were out last night to get ahead of this morning's issues.
Yeah, workers at KDOT say that the frigid temperatures shouldn't really slow them down. Their warnings are still the same for you, though. Drivers need to slow down and be mindful of slick spots.
Even if you have good road conditions in one area, a few feet or a few miles later, it might be very different. So drive with extra caution for the condition.
And as we've been seeing, crews are out on the roads right now, waging this uphill battle right now with the rain and the drizzle to make sure that the roads are safe. Johnson County road crews are also out right now.
Let's go to KMBC 9's Chad Crilly, who is live this morning in Overland Park with conditions there. Hi, Chad.
Hey, Donna, Cody, good morning to you both. So far, things have been A-OK here in Overland Park. We heard Johnny talking about some of the new treatments they've been putting out on the roadways. One of those, magnesium chloride, that helps melt the snow and the ice a little bit quicker. What it isn't necessarily going to help with is these isolated slick spots because of the patchy freezing drizzle and some snow flurries that you can see are now falling. Cars that have been going by so far seem to be going at a rather slow pace, which is good news. They're adhering to conditions. That's something you want to consider as you're heading out this morning. If you're somebody who has to travel, giving yourself plenty of time, maybe a little bit longer, 30, 45 minutes to get to your destination, because as we heard from Morgan, some spots are okay. Others are really rough. Jamie has been tracking those traffic accidents as well. So just don't think because where you're driving, things feel okay, it's going to stay that way the entire drive or all morning long. Earlier, we saw the freezing rain, then we saw a break. Now it's starting to snow again, so conditions are changing really rapidly out here, and we're going to continue to monitor them for you all morning long in Overland Park. Chad Crilly, KMBC 9 News.
And we appreciate it, Chad. Thank you. You know, in this weather, it is best to be ready for the worst on the roads, and having an emergency, a winter kit in your car is just the right thing to do. Make sure you have jumper cables, also sand or cat litter, something that can give your tires traction, and an ice scraper, of course, especially today. Also, a good idea to pack some warm clothes and a blanket and, of course, a phone charger. Also, don't go out unless your gas tank is full. So if it's not, just go around the corner of the gas station right away and fill it up.
Yeah, top it off. A lot of things that we need to be aware of, Katie.
I want to give you a tip. On our app, if you download our app, right when you open the page, there's a red bar at the top that says Nowcast. If you click on that, quick commercial, and then you'll get to watch our broadcast this morning. You can set it down in your car and listen at least and hear Jamie telling you what roads are closed, where the accidents are, so that you're getting live updates while you're driving, or very close to live updates. And it's of course safer for your passenger to be looking at the phone, but at least you can listen and hear the latest updates on the traffic and the weather, so you can kind of navigate around those spots. Here's a look at our 4-day forecast. Today, definitely a weather impact day with the glaze of ice in patches around Kansas City. We have weather alert days coming up through the weekend and early next week as well. We've been talking about it being one of the coldest kickoff temperatures at Arrowhead. These are the top 3 right now. Our new forecast, 2 below at kickoff, which would make it the coldest home kickoff temperature yet, Jamie.
Yeah, I am freezing just thinking about that. Thanks, Katie. And of course, we've been talking about all the problems we're dealing with on the interstates. Starting off, focusing on I-70. This is the stretch on the Missouri side from about 40 Highway getting you towards downtown Kansas City. This is going to be a big problem for drivers. We mentioned about 10 minutes ago that they have now closed I-70 westbound at the Paseo. Let's take you down this route. Starting off I-70 at 23rd Street. This was a huge problem for us around 5:30 this morning. Both sides of the interstate we had accidents. Now just the westbound lane, they are still dealing with some problems. This is the area where I did see some MoDOT trucks out actually treating the road. So hopefully conditions will improve there. By the time you get to the Benton Curve, it is near standstill. Cars barely able to make their way around until finally they're going to be stuck along I-70 near the downtown loop. Again, reminder, our I-70 at Troost camera shut down at the Paseo. We'll monitor this for you all morning long.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins will kick off tomorrow night at Arrowhead in Kansas City. And boy, is this a game that matters. This is win or go home. Somebody's going to win and go on in the playoffs. Somebody else loses and goes home.
And preparation matters too. We know that there are warming centers inside and outside the stadium. The Chiefs will be selling hot cocoa, trying to keep people warm. And there are other ways that the teams are just trying to encourage you to be safe in this cold.
KMBC 9's Martin Augustine is live outside of Arrowhead with some of that advice for fans. Hi, Martin.
Yeah, good morning. There's a lot of work going on right now, putting salt down on the parking lots. There was a couple of days worth of snow removal before that. Chiefs want you to come to the game, but this is not just going to be a cold football game. This is going to be a bitterly cold, record cold, dangerously cold game, so they're going to allow for a few accommodations. One of them is you can bring a hunk of cardboard with you if you want, no bigger than 3 feet by 5 feet. What's that for? You can stand on that. Standing on that concrete, feet get very, very cold very fast. Standing on cardboard, you get a little bit more warmth around your feet. Blankets are perfectly acceptable to bring. They just can't have zippers or pockets on them. If you want to wear heated clothing, that's fine too. The battery pack, though, on that can't be any bigger than 6 by 3 by 1.5, and you're going to have to disconnect that battery for the security checkpoint as you come in to Arrowhead Stadium. The point in all of this is that this cold is a different level of dangerous cold than Arrowhead's probably ever seen, so you have to take it very, very seriously.
It's really something you need to think about before you head out. I mean, especially if you're going to be outside at a Chiefs game for many hours. You know, you want to be bundled up. You want to protect yourself. You don't want to come home sick. You don't want a hospital bill on top of the cost that it took to go to the game.
No, you don't want a hospital bill on top of that. The layering that goes on here, that is got to be another level of layering too when you're bundling up to come out here. Also, your advice is stay hydrated. Just like when it's warm, and staying hydrated protects you, keeps you protected when it's cold too. You will be allowed to bring in a bottle of water. Has to be unopened. Maximum size on that 20 ounces. Reporting live, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Martin, thank you. In other news, overnight, the U.S. launches a series of airstrikes in Yemen.
We'll look at the reasons why the military says they're doing this and why critics fear that the strikes could lead to a broader conflict in the Middle East.
And the cold and snow is keeping candidates off the campaign trail just a few days before the Iowa caucus. We'll show you how the weather could impact this first presidential race.
And we will be transitioning from the icy glaze this morning to wind chill warnings that will last through the weekend and early into next week. I'll show you how cold it's going to feel coming up.
Today is an impact day. Stay connected with First Alert Weather. KMBC 9 News, leading the way.
It is 7:16 on your Friday morning. Today is a first alert weather impact day, and we've been seeing the impact on the roads all morning long. We're checking back in I-35 at Parvin Road. We mentioned this to you when it first occurred, gosh, over an hour ago at this point. And this was an incident where a vehicle had lost control in the southbound lanes of I-35. They drove through that cable barrier here. They were able to be stopped by the metal barricade that stopped them from going into the wrong side of the interstate. But this just shows how easily we're seeing issues on the roadways. It just takes a split second to lose control, and that's been a problem pretty much everywhere around the metro. Checking out with Johnny for a report of a new accident.
Yeah, this one's southbound 635. It's going to be near Parallel Parkway, and another example of where we might have some slippery roads. Now, the difference today we've been talking about is that well below freezing. In fact, so much so that in the mid-teens, the salt, the regular rock salt, just doesn't work too well, and they have to use 2 or 3 times as much of it to get anything to melt, if at all. Overland Park, a different story. They've got new salt that takes you down to 5 below, and so far we haven't had any issues reported there. But otherwise, a lot of slick stuff on the side streets, and it was unfortunately on the interstates to begin, but now things seem to be quieting down a little bit. This, the latest accident to occur, but boy, at that between 5 and 6:30, 7 o'clock, it really was, they were coming in fast and furious. So no reports of any injuries with this, no backup with it. If you are heading out this morning, of course, just take it extra easy. You just can never tell when you're going to hit one of those icy spots. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Well, this morning we do have other news. The U.S. is taking part in a series of airstrikes in Yemen. Now, this attack is against a militia group in that country backed by Iran. Americans say that the militants were targeting commercial ships in the Red Sea. Of course, all of this following Israeli airstrikes in Palestine. The U.S. launched the strike in partnership with the United Kingdom. There are fears the strike could ignite, of course, a larger conflict in the Middle East, something that we will, of course, continue to watch. Back to the cold here. It's prompted a change at a popular restaurant, Dog Park.
Yeah, that's right. A little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
Bar K changing its hours today and tomorrow, so it'll be open from noon to 5. But Bar K will be closed Sunday and Monday. Staff wants dog owners to keep a close eye on their dogs in this cold. Of course, if you see them acting differently outside, time to bring them inside. In fact, I would just say try to keep them inside if at all possible. I know I've got a couple at home.
Yeah.
They're getting antsy because they haven't been walking around a lot. It's
Right.
been snowy and cold already. It's
Right.
going to be a rough stretch.
And don't forget to wipe their paws out. There's so
Yes.
much rock salt out there that really hurts their paw pads if they get that caught there. Let me show you a big picture because you need to know this. If you have any travel plans north, you get to the Iowa border, there are blizzard warnings. You go south, there are numerous tornado warnings going from parts of Louisiana and Arkansas into Mississippi, and all of that is going to be heading up towards the northeast. Just really bad weather conditions as this big storm moves out across the northeast, and we're in a portion of it that's really drawing in quite a bit of dry air, but unfortunately not enough to cut off the mist. So we have mist and occasionally some flurries, and with the temperature at the surface being so cold, this is causing a glazing of ice to form. Everywhere where it's purple, which is pretty much our viewing area, there is a winter weather advisory until 9 p.m. There is a winter storm warning as you get farther to the north, up closer to the Iowa border. 2 to 4 inches of snow there. There's going to be another round of snow across our northern counties later this afternoon. This morning, the pavement temperature in Kansas City is only 26 degrees. That is creating that slippery conditions on any surface where that ice melt or that salt just hasn't taken hold. That's why you're driving along just fine one moment and then suddenly it's slippery. The air temperature is 15 degrees. It is very cold, and then you bring in this wind that is gusting to nearly 30 miles an hour currently in Kansas City, creates a wind chill of 3 below right now. So if you were to have an accident or slide off, be prepared to have to keep warm with wind chills below 0. Today's high will only be 12 degrees and the wind chill will be below 0 throughout the afternoon. Tomorrow morning, our wind chills fall into the dangerous category. We have a wind chill warning. We're down to 19 below, feels like reading. And Sunday morning, look how critically low that's going to be, 33 degrees below 0. And that is why we have wind chill warnings through Tuesday morning. Wind chills will be as low as 15 degrees to 35 degrees below 0. Frostbite can occur in 30 minutes if any of your skin is exposed. We'll be right back.
7:23 on a First Alert Weather Impact Day, and we've had freezing drizzle move through Kansas City both yesterday evening and overnight, as well as this morning, and that has created icy spots on the roads. Not all the roads, but there's going to be some icy pockets, especially from State Line, downtown Kansas City, east into western portions of Missouri there along Interstate 70. Had a little bit of freezing drizzle come through. Arctic air is pouring in. It's 15 degrees, but it feels like -3 with wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. And it's just going to keep getting colder on our 12-hour forecast for today in Kansas City. There will be additional slick spots on the roads through the evening, with temperatures really beginning to come down ahead of a 4-day stretch of alert days for dangerous cold. You see those morning lows between 0 and -10, high temperatures between 0 and 10. Some of the coldest air that we've had.
At 7:26, we want to give you an update on the immense issues we are seeing on the interstate this morning. I'm focusing in on the section of I-70 as you make your way from about 40 Highway into the downtown loop. I want to start off with a live look, I-70 at 23rd Street, where you just see this immense backup, a really different picture from what we saw closer to 5 o'clock this morning, where we had accidents on both sides of the interstate here. Those accidents have since cleared, but now we are dealing with these huge problems. The Benton Curve near standstill as drivers are trying to make their way into the downtown loop. But the big problem, as we mentioned, I-70 westbound at the Paseo is shut down. Live look here. Doesn't look like they've really made any progress when it comes to clearing the issues here. Very many slick spots are reported around the metro. We're going to continue to bring you live coverage, updates of where the problem spots are and how to avoid them on both KMBC and KCWE. We'll be right back.
KMBC 9 News starts with breaking news.
We are watching a wintry, icy mess take hold in the metro. Good Friday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cody Holyoke.
Good morning. I'm Donna Pittman. And because of this, we are on KMBC 9. If you're looking for Good Morning America, that is on 9-2. But serious situations because of this forecast or this weather, Katie.
Yeah, definitely causing some problems this morning, though the precipitation is not heavy at all. It's just been a very light mist or light flurries from time to time, but that's been enough to put a glaze of ice on many surfaces, especially untreated surfaces that are causing numerous accidents this morning. It is 15 degrees. We may not get much warmer than that today. There's a northwest wind gusting to close to 30 miles per hour. I want to show you a couple more views, and Jamie will go over all the traffic details, but I wanted to use this to show you the road temperature. It's 23 degrees on I-35. This pavement temperature is at 119th Street, and traffic looks like it's moving along just fine. And now you're looking through the camera up north at I-29 and 152 highway. There's a glaze of ice on the camera, but you can see the traffic behind it seems to be moving fine. And that's the issue. You're going along just fine and suddenly you hit one of those slick areas and then there's a spin out and an accident. The air temperature is 15 degrees in KC, and it's going, as I mentioned, probably stay there and then fall later this afternoon. Precipitation on our view of the immediate metro area shows not much falling other than that mist and light snow. More snow will fall farther to the north today, closer to the Iowa border. Our weather impacts today are for this freezing mist and few flurries that are falling, but also because of the wind chill that will be dropping. The winds sustained at 25, gusting to 45 miles an hour. Wind chills will be below zero for the afternoon. Air temperatures staying in the teens throughout the afternoon and then dropping down to 10 degrees by 8 o'clock this evening. If you're getting ready to head out right now to travel, blizzard warning and conditions in Iowa, tornado warnings moving into Mississippi.
And Katie, we want to continue to follow up on your first alert traffic because, as she mentioned, we've seen so many problems throughout the morning. Let's check in 435 at Warnell. This is the westbound run as you are approaching State Line Road. Those flashing lights you see in the distance are that accident at State Line Road. Fortunately, we are seeing a lot of our problems start to clear up. I'm hoping as a lot of schools have canceled for the morning, we're going to see fewer drivers on the road. Those will improve our conditions. Want to check in with our Johnny Rollins monitoring conditions farther north. Johnny?
And yeah, I got to tell you, we are taking a look at the I-70 run inbound to the southeast corner. That's right, southeast corner of the downtown loop. They're rerouting I-70 traffic now onto Paseo because the accident is so bad that they can't get anybody around it. So that is why we have the backup now all the way around the Jackson curve, but no further than that. And I think that's only a result of the fact that we have lighter traffic out this morning for a Friday. And yeah, a lot of cancellations. Again, this morning came a lot later than what we have seen before. Things are calming down a little bit. It was only a very thin layer of ice, but the temperature is so cold. We just didn't have a lot of effectiveness as far as the salt that was put down was concerned, except for Overland Park. The new salt over there takes you to 5 below. But at the temperature we're seeing right now, the salt barely works, takes a whole lot of it. And even though they probably did get a lot down, it wasn't quite enough to, with the temperature this way, to get it taken care of. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Johnny. And of course, we've got our crews out across the metro looking for slick spots. We want to check in with our KMBC 9's Morgan Mobley. Morgan, where are you guys driving and what are you seeing?
Hey, good morning. We're on I-35 North right now, headed toward Kearney. Here's what we're seeing. Pretty smooth sailing at the moment. I will say now that the sun is coming up, that seems to be helping tremendously. When it was dark, that seemed to be dicey because, of course, folks couldn't see those patches of black ice. Now we're getting a better view of the roads here. Not much traffic where we're at right now, and we're still going. We've been going under the speed limit all morning long. We are continuing that here as well. So things seem to be getting a little bit better, at least from our perspective and where we're at. Again, it's been so touch and go throughout the morning. I'd say the worst spot we've been in was 435 West, specifically the Missouri River Bridge. But again, much better where we're at right now. Hopefully that starts to take shape other places as well. We'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, Morgan, we know just south of where you are, we are seeing a mess. So hopefully we'll get a good look at that too in just a bit. Our First Alert weather team out in the field to watch how this winter weather is just affecting our lives right now.
Let's go to KMBC 9's Chad Crilly, who is live in Overland Park this morning. Any improvement where you are, Chad? We can see the gleam off of the road there behind you.
Yeah, you know, Donna, so far actually here in Overland Park, things have been A-OK in terms of the road. And as far as we've seen with drivers, no accidents, no spin outs. Part of the reason why is crews have been out here in Overland Park since about 10 o'clock last night. They've been using salt, but they've also been using magnesium as chloride here as part of a treatment on the roadways. That just sort of helps melt the snow and the ice that may develop a little bit quicker. So that's probably tackling 80-90% of it. But it doesn't mean that if you're driving here in Overland Park or anywhere else that you're not going to run into slick spots. We've been seeing that with some of the accidents all morning long. Some light snow flurries still coming down here. The bigger story, and we feel it out here, I think it's going to be the bitterly cold temperatures. You're out here for 2 to 3 minutes and all of a sudden it feels almost unbearable. And this is just the start of it. We know temperatures are going to continue to go down throughout today and really into the weekend with those wind chill warnings in place. So all of it, the cold, some of the snow, the freezing rain that's been falling this morning is creating those hazardous travel conditions. But as of right now, looking over Overland Park, things seem to be okay. We're going to continue to monitor it for you throughout this morning. In Overland Park, Chad Crilly, KMBC 9 News.
Chad, thank you. The city of Kansas City, Missouri is using its extreme weather plan now to work with nonprofit shelters to make more space for people to get warm. Now, people who are not in houses, unhomed, they'll be able to find shelter at places like Hope Faith, Hope City, Unity Southeast, True Light Family Resource Center, and there are more places. The cold weather plan will stay in effect through March 1st and longer if need be, if temperatures don't turn. I'm so glad that there are places to go, and I think I keep saying this, it's incumbent upon all of us. Right. People may not have access to devices or our newscasts, so if you maybe see somebody who stays outside, tell them about these places. Right. They may not know.
And check on your neighbors, and just we're all going to have to get through this together, Kate.
Right. And it's just going to be getting colder. Today we have weather impacts for the icy conditions on the roadways. The precipitation will be light, whether it's mist or flurries. The wind chill will make it feel like it's below zero this afternoon. And then the wind chill drops so low from Saturday, actually even through Tuesday, that there is a wind chill warning in effect. We don't get those very often. Wind chill is expected to be between 15 to 35 degrees below zero. And when it's that cold, it takes only minutes for frostbite to occur on exposed skin. Not that you can't manage it, but you just need to make sure your skin is covered. Nick and I have both been saying, you're heading out to the Chiefs game, dress as if you're going skiing. You know, you got the gaiter pulled up over your nose and you got the goggles on, you got every extremity covered, because that's how you're going to manage this with the wind chill being 24 degrees below zero at kickoff. This will be the coldest kickoff temperature at Arrowhead ever recorded, Jamie, -2.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Appreciate the heads up there, Katie. Hopefully a lot of people heeding that advice this weekend. Some improvements, if you will, at 6:35. This was our area when we started our coverage early this morning at 4 o'clock. We were seeing some problems here. Full accident scene is cleared. We've got 2 vehicles, I think, left and abandoned here in the embankment in the snow. Another vehicle here, I believe, also abandoned. Just seeing a lot of problems with cars sliding off, with some of that black ice becoming slick spots. The biggest issue remains I-70 on the Missouri side of the metro, where I-70 westbound is closed at the Paseo. We'll keep you posted if we hear news about it reopening.
We appreciate that, Jamie. Thank you. You know, the Chiefs are going to really have to overcome this cold if they want to beat the Dolphins and advance to the playoffs tomorrow.
Now, the Dolphins have the league's top offense. Chris Jones, Nick Bolton, L'Jarius Sneed, and the rest of the team. The rest of the Chiefs defense specifically have been looking great, but the Chiefs offense has not been getting many touchdowns. In the Week 17 game against the Bengals, the Chiefs got in the end zone once. There were 6 field goals. Harrison Butker to thank for that. Wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling says that he wants to see more scoring.
Obviously, we want to score more points. You know, Harrison did a great job kicking field goals, but we want to score points. And being able just to do that and keep moving the ball and hopefully get some touchdowns this week. I think that'll be our goal, but, you know, I think we're looking better. And, you know, our defense is playing lights out, so if we can just keep that going and, you know, do what we're supposed to do on offense, you know, we should be pretty tough to beat.
The Chiefs, of course, are encouraging the fans who are going to brave the weather tomorrow to just take steps to be safe. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine's at Arrowhead.
Lots of work putting down salt here in the parking lots. There's been snow removal here. The Chiefs want you to come to the game, but this is a different level of cold, so there's going to be some accommodations made for you. One of them is to bring if you want a hunk of cardboard to you, no bigger than 3 feet by 5 feet, to stand on. So instead of standing on ice cold concrete, you're standing on cardboard that'll at least keep a modicum bit more of heat around your feet. It's okay to bring a blanket into the stadium if you want. It just can't have zippers or pockets or anything like that. If you have heated clothing, go ahead and wear that. But the battery pack is limited in size 6 by 3 by 1.5. You're going to have to disconnect it through the security checkpoint coming in to Arrowhead Stadium. The point in all of this is that this is a different kind of cold. It's no joke, and you have to take it very seriously. And just like when it's hot, when it's cold, it's important to stay hydrated. If you want to bring a bottle of water with you, that's okay. It can't be any bigger than 20 ounces, and the bottle has to be unopened when you come into the stadium. Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Now we know, Martin. Thank you. The whole season comes down to this, a cold game. Coldest, probably, as Katie and Nick have been saying. Chiefs host the Miami Dolphins tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
When the weather improves, it'll be a good time to get out and get a good deal on local restaurants. We'll tell you about the annual event dozens of businesses are taking part in.
And we have a warning from Overland Park Police as you head out today. We'll share this message following just a scare on the road.
You know, the problems are bad enough locally, but if you're traveling north right at the Iowa line, there's a blizzard warning. I'm going to show you where other parts of the country you want to avoid today for severe weather.
Today is an impact day. Stay connected with First Alert Weather. KMBC 9 News, leading the way.
It is 7:44 on your Friday. Today is a First Alert Weather Impact Day as we take a live look over the Country Club Plaza. Conditions are getting a lot icier right now. Katie's going to have another check of the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. And as we check in on your First Alert traffic map, there is some good news in all of this. If you had asked us about an hour ago, our traffic map was pretty much lit up like a Christmas tree, and it still looks like we got a lot of icons on there, but we've seen a lot of progress being made with a lot of our accidents being cleared. It seems less drivers are on the road. The only main issue we still continue to monitor is going to be on I-70 westbound. It is shut down right now as you approach the Paseo, and that's caused some big backups. Johnny Rollins does have a report of a new accident we're checking in on. Johnny?
All right, thanks so much, Jamie. And some more good news after we talk about what may be bad news. Northbound I-49 looked like an ambulance was on the scene around this car a couple of minutes ago, and fire equipment as well, police, and then everybody left the car on the side of the road. It looked like the ambulance was going with lights on, so I don't know what the situation is, but now it is northbound I-49, Red Bridge, left shoulder, single stalled car or car on the road, on the shoulder there. The good news is, take a look at the tracks. It looks like the roads are beginning to dry out after what was this very shaky start to the rush hour with a very thin layer of ice. It was hard to melt with the temperatures as cold as they are right now. But as Jamie said, thankfully now it seems like everything's really quieting down. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
That's what we want to see. Johnny, thank you. And Overland Park police are out with a warning for you when you're driving on slick roads.
Yeah, kind of a show and tell. The department released a body cam video of a crash that involved police officers. This was yesterday morning on 69 Highway. Thankfully, no officers were hurt. Medics did bring the driver involved in this crash to a hospital, but that person is not hurt badly. Police remind all of us if we see flashing lights, just move over and obviously slow down. Well, we are keeping you safe as the temperatures are dropping and that winter storm is upon us.
Yeah, Kansas Department of Health and Environment's warning people about the dangers of slipping on ice. And they say the state actually averages 200 emergency department visits, ER visits, during and after a major winter storm. Some tips to avoid being seriously hurt: take your time, take smaller steps, avoid carrying too many things at once, wear appropriate shoes that have good traction, and try to keep the walkways, stairs, and parking lots free of snow and black ice, though we know that's a challenge today.
All right, this might warm you up. A popular breakfast spot that suddenly closed in Independence and in Blue Springs is going to be back open this weekend. The family-owned Big Biscuit closed the Independence restaurant and the one in Blue Springs after its owner passed away. About 60 employees were laid off. This happened right before Thanksgiving. Well, since then, the Big Biscuit company, the parent company, has actually bought the two restaurants. So, good news, the Independence restaurant is open right now. It opened at 6:30 this morning. The Blue Springs restaurant will open at 6:30 tomorrow morning. So go get your comfort food if it's safe to get out.
Get a biscuit. All right. Today marks the start of KC Restaurant Week, and it's for a good cause. Hundreds of restaurants are involved in this. They're giving part of their proceeds from sales to local charities. Restaurants held a packed preview event at Jay Rieger Thursday.
Just a homegrown event. You know, this is something we kind of built over the years, and it just provides a platform for, you know, these restaurants and these places to come in and show all the cuisine that we got here in the Midwest.
Looks good. There's even a KC Restaurant Week app where you can make reservations and check menus. It's available in the App Store and on Google Play. This week on Heart of the Matter, we explore how this week is helping customers weather the cold and helping restaurants weather a down economy. Tune in Sunday morning at 11 on KMBC 9. Union Station's 2023 was one for the record books.
And staffers are already making big plans for 2024. They shared some of their record-setting attendance numbers for last year. 23% more people went to see the holiday train than the year before. 312,000 people went to the NFL draft. Remember that small event? And photo ops at Union Station drew in more than 95,000 people. And Union Station is taking that momentum into this year, celebrating the 25th anniversary since the historic restoration and reopening of the station. Now, the plan for this year includes the Disney 100 exhibition and a larger holiday experience. It is, I said it earlier, I'll say it's so hard to imagine there was a time where Union Station was going to be gone. So,
and I remember that
years
too.
And years where, it was nothing.
And now we're growing new traditions there.
Oh my gosh, good place to go indoors too for this
Science City,
cold
taking
weekend.
the theaters down there and everything, restaurants. All right. good idea to be inside, even though it doesn't look like much here in this portion of the storm where Kansas City is. I want you to know if you have any travel plans to the north, blizzard warnings right at the Iowa border and severe storms moving through Mississippi right now. We are in a section of the storm where the precipitation is very light, at least here in Kansas City, but the mist already came through. So the glaze of ice is there on any surface that wasn't treated. Sometimes it's that first step out the door that can be the doozy, or the first step out your car door when you land in the parking lot. Just be careful. Just know that there's still ice out there. Nothing has happened to melt it other than it being treated. So if it's a surface that hasn't been treated, it will have a glaze of ice on it. Also, there's new snow starting to form up in north central Missouri where we anticipated that. That's under the winter storm warning. The rest of us are under a winter weather advisory for this glaze of ice and a little bit of snow flurries, but no accumulation there. The other issue about our weather today is going to be the wind and the corresponding wind chills. I do want you to see the pavement temperature. We're below freezing just about everywhere. It's starting to drop now below freezing almost in our entire viewing area. Warsaw is the last one. They're at 35, but you'll be dropping soon. Air temperature in Warsaw is 28. It's 15 in Kansas City. It is 8 degrees in Hiawatha. And then you bring in this wind. The wind is gusting to 30 miles an hour in Hiawatha, 29 mile an hour gusts here in KC, a 25 mile an hour gust recently in Warrensburg. So the wind chill is 3 below, for example, here in Kansas City, and it's going to stay like that all day. So let's add the wind chill to the forecast. This is your 12-hour forecast. Weather impacts all day because of the cold and the occasional patches of ice. No more accumulation is expected today in Kansas City, but there's still going to be a few flurries flying. Air temperatures as warm now as it will be all day, and the wind chills will keep dropping. So for example, at 4 o'clock, our wind chill will be 9 below. And that's the trend as we head into the weekend. We have to talk about the wind chill and how dangerous it will be when it is 15 to 35 degrees below on Saturday, on Sunday, and on Monday. Yes, you may see some snow flying, but it's the wind chill. That is why we have the weather alerts Saturday through Tuesday. And if you are heading out to the Chiefs game on Saturday for tailgating, might be about 4 degrees, feel like it's 20 below, but at kickoff, this is the number we use to determine if it's the coldest game at Arrowhead. That would be a record cold kickoff temperature, 2 below, and the wind chills close to 20 below. Let's take a look at your 9-day forecast. You see the 4 days of weather alerts that continue through Tuesday. Everybody's off, or most people are off work on Monday and school on Monday. Tuesday, school may be canceled as well because of the cold, with it still being 35 degrees below zero. Morning temperature -10. That would be too cold for the kids at the bus stop. Following that, we don't see anything that brings us above freezing. Not yet. We'll be right back.
7:55 right now. You know, extreme cold can create a lot of problems for your car, and no one wants to get stranded in this winter mess, right? We spoke with mechanics about what drivers can do to prepare for, let's just call them adverse conditions. That's polite, right? One, have a professional check your antifreeze. A second, keep your jumper cables handy. Third, make sure your tires are inflated enough and your tread's in good condition, because the tires lose pressure in extreme cold. The air condenses, and combined with worn tread, it'll be hard getting through snow and ice.
Obviously, a tire that is not inflated correctly does not work correctly, so traction can be a problem. And really, the last thing you want to do when it's 2 degrees is be changing a tire on the side of the highway. So yes, tires, pressure, condition, very important in this kind of weather.
And these are all things that you can do right before severe weather, though the owner of Joko Auto Repair you just heard from says really the best thing you can do is to just put your car through regular maintenance so you don't have to scramble at the last minute. Also, don't forget to pace yourself when you're outside. You still have some snow to shovel or some ice to chip away at this weekend, I guess. Only lift small amounts of snow at a time. Make sure you're wearing several layers of warm clothing. I feel like that is a piece of advice you're gonna have to keep in mind for the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's really going to be that dangerous cold over the weekend that has the greatest impact to your day-to-day routine. First Alert radar, and we've got this turned up all the way, and there's just, it's down near the ground. It's only a few hundred feet aloft that this area of saturation exists that has created that freezing drizzle and a few snowflakes this morning. And what I'm seeing on social media being sent to me on Facebook and Instagram is that my roads were fine, and then some others are, well, I had some slick spots. So it really is kind of hit or miss across the Kansas City region this morning, and you can see there's just not much falling here across to 435. But those clouds are down really low to the ground. It's allowing a few snowflakes and some freezing drizzle, and it is cold, and it's getting colder. Wind chill values are now well below zero for many communities and will continue to drop on our 12-hour forecast through the day. And there will be some slippery spots on the roads this morning into this afternoon and evening, and then 4 alert days in a row this weekend for dangerous cold.